I'm not gonna lie to you, boy. Been a long day, but I love it. 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 And it's been raining, and it's been gloomy all day. But in the midst of all that, man, it's been a very productive, very wise, very knowledge-filled day, man. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So as I told y'all, man, today was the day that I was able to sit down and have a conversation with and learn from, and for my surprise, teach a little to a great man. And I can share his name now. His name is Roland Parrish, and he's a 30 franchisee McDonald's owner, on top of an amazing real estate investor and philanthropist, amongst being a father, being a husband, just overall well-rounded leader in our community, you know, in our culture. And we sat down and had conversations today, man, and the conversation was about legacy, you know, and I mean everything that I be preaching on and speaking on right here. And so to be able to sit across from an individual and have dialogue with the individual who I inspired to get where he's at was definitely an honor, you know, was definitely a pleasure, was definitely needed, was definitely confirmation to stay on course and to stay focused and to keep doing what I'm doing, you know, and to keep having vision, which is one of the main things that obviously we've been talking on and speaking on this channel, but that's one of the main things that he definitely reassured me on, is to keep having vision, to keep seeing even when others don't see, you know, because there will be times when your vision will get challenged. And if you don't 100% believe in your vision, you will fold. If you don't 100% believe in who you are, you will fold. If you don't 100% believe whose you are, you will fold. And that's really what I took from the entire conversation. And surprisingly enough, you know, I learned more from the things that were not said than the things that were said. You know, I paid attention to his mannerisms. I paid attention to, you know, his ability to listen. Way more than he spoke, right? I paid attention to his focus. I paid attention to the things that he took more interest in than others, which were topics such as family, such as spirituality, such as legacy, you know, such as vision, principles, ethics, morals, seeing the youth, you know, like myself, even wanting to and willing to have these conversations. It was the experience in and of itself for him that he appreciated. And I appreciate the appreciation because I inspired to get to a point in time to where I can do that for youth. I can do that for the young. I can give them an ear, you know, and then give them wisdom when necessary. I can give them, you know, examples, and not by what I say, but by what I do. That's my goal. That's my aspirations, you know. And in the midst of that, I also appreciated the fact that I was able to sit down with my mother, my mama, my baby. You dig what I'm saying? And he was able to sit down with his son. And we were able to have a legacy conversation between two individuals building legacies. One who has successfully built one, meaning Mr. Parrish, and then one who I've seen working her tail off from the very beginning with one focus and one focus only, which is to build a name and build a legacy for her and hers, my mama. And to be able to have that conversation of the importance of the youth, the individuals who are blessed enough to have parents who have vision, right? That are willing to sacrifice for that vision, that are willing to allow individuals to attempt to assassinate their character, to have downfalls, to have hurdles, to have challenges, to have that next generation willing and able to appreciate and able to really value all of those things that were put into building up a good name, a good reputation, and that's one thing, like I was talking to my mom's about a couple of months back, when I really had to come to that realization and tell her and apologize to her, right? And let her know that I apologize because I've been so focused on trying to build a name for myself, which there's nothing wrong with that. We all have our unique identity. However, my main focus should always be family first. Should always be keeping that name alive first. And then allow everything else to align from there. Because, like I spoke on in one video prior before, in other communities, right, they have no problem, they have no shame. It's actually a blueprint. Come over. Most of the time it's come over to America. Build a business. Grow the business. Water the business. Nurture the business. Cultivate the business. Expand the business. And then pass on the business to the next generation. And then it's their job to do the same thing. And then it's their job to do the same thing. Evolve the business, right? Like it's a blueprint. I don't have to worry about what you're going to do. You don't have to worry about what you're going to do. It's already established. I'm going to create this business and I'm going to grow it to the level in which I can grow it to, and I'm going to pass it to you. And then you're going to take all of those years of experience. You're going to take all those years of building a name for yourself, all those years of building up a solid reputation, all those years of building up a catalog, building up the connections, building up the trust. And then you're going to grow on top of that. And then you're going to do the exact same thing, evolve it, expand it, and then the next generation is going to take that and then grow on top of that, right? And we've lost that in terms of in our culture, in our community. We've lost that sense of unity. And even though we have lost our identity, we for some reason want to focus so much on personal satisfaction and personal growth and personal success versus group economics, versus unity, versus family economics, legacy economics. And I had to go to her and just tell her I apologize because everything that she's been going through, all the sacrifices she made, her putting her all into what she's been building, which is real estate, by the way. And me coming out doing all these other things, which was all part of my plan, so I don't regret anything. However, me not having the consciousness to be able to let her know that all these things that I'm doing, it's going to be to make sure that I can be able to add on to everything that you've built when it's time for you to pass that down. And I have that understanding now, I have that knowledge now, I have that wisdom now. And that's what our conversation was about today. One of the many things our conversation was about today, the importance of legacy and the importance of being able to pass that torch and to carry on and to follow through with that torch and to build on that torch and to give the next generation something to be able to want to grab hold of as well. And so, all in all, I would say that this interview is definitely, one for the books. This interview is definitely raw, meaning that we just flow with the conversation. It's definitely real. It's definitely something that I feel will be able to, if nothing else, inspire the individuals, who are watching, the viewers who are watching, because it most definitely inspired myself. And I'm sure that everybody else that was on that panel can agree as well. And yeah, man, I really hope that y'all enjoy it. I really hope that y'all get an opportunity to look at it. I know y'all will get an opportunity to look at it. This that we're doing on this channel is more of the behind the scenes, because obviously everything I do out in the world is not posted on this channel. On this channel is more so the mentality. On this channel is more so the thoughts that go behind the moves and the actions that are made in real life. And so hopefully, you guys are able to be able to look at that interview and to be able to see me from a different perspective. One that's actually talking to, not saying that y'all not real people, because y'all are most definitely real people, but sitting across from real individuals and knowing how to be a student, and y'all able to see me soak up the wisdom that my elders impute into me, as well as still have the confidence to understand who I am and whose I am, and to be able to ask key questions or the right questions or whatever questions come to me at that time. Just see me be a real human being, man. And so, again, I'm not on here to take up too much of y'all time or too much of y'all attention, just to come on here and give y'all my natural thoughts fresh off of having an interview. And so, with that being said, man, it's been yours truly, John Trey. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I respect y'all. And we out. Gone.